Yes, we understand this is a very important evening.
Oh, absolutely. I'm so glad you arrived.
Come close, come close. We've got quite some tales to tell, I believe.
Well, willkommen mit Damen und Herren, as my parents would say. They were from Germany. In English, that translates to welcome, ladies and gentlemen. And what a wonderful evening that this is. As most of my neighbors know, my name is Sophia Chief Bir, but you can just call me Sophie. Now, more well known is my wonderful, loving husband, Louis Bir Jr. Now, his parents were from France, but we're both first-born Americans. Well, thank you, Mamie, for making sure the ladies got their tea this evening while I was setting up the gents with their coffee and brandy. I'm sure that they're going to be partake of the latter very soon, along with their cigars. But they do have reason to celebrate tonight. They did it. They made Silver Grove a town. Oh, it just gives me goosebumps to think that my husband is going to be taking the oath of office as the first president of Silver Grove. I also want to thank you ladies, too, for your support of the gentlemen. As I do believe, someday we will be able to have an official vote on matters like this. But at least we can own property now. Now, Louis, he was born in 1843. Not very far from here in Bennettsville, Indiana. I was born in Ashland, Kentucky, just less than a year after my future husband. Future husband, that still does have a nice ring to it. He did eventually buy me a ring, too. As you can tell, we're happy. I don't think I would make it much more than a year after without him. Now, the decade didn't start off as very well. It's actually quite sad. On Louis' 7th birthday, his father died, and this young man had to work sun up to sundown out in the fields for only 25 cents a day to help support his large family. As you can imagine, that would have definitely impacted his schooling. He only got a couple of years and just a couple months each time at best, which I guess what makes me very proud, even more so of all of his accomplishments that he's had in life. You know, our family struggled, and then came the 60s. And the words of Charles Dickens, it was the best of times and the worst of times. Well, I actually managed to accomplish something that most women have a hard time struggling. I got my husband to do something for me. I got him to write down some of his Civil War memories for me to share with you this evening. So why don't we sit down, maybe, and we'll take and share some of these with them. Now, the Civil War came in 1861, and the governor called up all the young men. But Louis, he couldn't leave. He had to put it off for a year because, of course, he had to stay home to help support his family. He didn't join the Indiana Legion to be able to protect this area from the Confederate-infested Kentucky. But on August 1st of 1862, he went and told his mother that he was going to go to town to enlist. Sadly, she agreed. She made sure and sent him off with a large sucker in his belly. Now, his best friend William, as he writes in his memoirs here, they headed out on the 10-mile track. They crossed over Paoli Pike, camped actually for a few hours at Buffalo Trace, and in the morning, well, they found these young men enlisted in the Army. Well, with this newfound manhood, they decided to have a drink, or two, or a few. But they had plenty of time to walk it off as they headed back home that day to spend a peaceful Sunday with their families. They joined their comrades in Galena, and they marched through the knobs to arrive at Camp Noble on the Floyd County Fairgrounds, just off Charlestown Pike. Well, there they were introduced to an Army staple, campfire coffee, and lots of it. Well, they also had another luxury, brown sugar. Well, my Louie was a smart man. And so he decided to enjoy this delight, cup after cup after cup, until he got sick. Which leads me to another awesome story I remember.
Mama, please don't call that one again. Mama, there's Papa Bear.
I know, but it's too good not to share with them.
All right, we won't tell them.
Okay. Okay, well, the doctor, you see, had to make sure that these young men were fit for fighting. So he lined them up one day and had them stripped down as naked as the day they were born. My Louie, being a good boy that he was thoroughly embarrassed and at first was not going to comply to him, but he eventually did. He said that the doctor spun him around, gave him a slap, and says, "You'll do." He got dressed as quick as he possibly could, and I could just totally see him pulling up his breeches and trying to race out of there. He said, now, this was the hardest thing that he had ever done during the entire time he was at war. Now, well, more to his liking was doing the drills every day, because they were open to the public, and all of the men's best girls could come and see them. So that may have made up for it a little bit. It's kind of, well, that leads me to another funny story I remember.
What should I tell you?
Yes, dear, but you know that laughter is good for the soul. Okay, go ahead. On to the next. Okay, well, while these young men were waiting to go off to war, well, they became bored. And they started playing tricks on one another. Well, my mild-tempered Louie, he managed to avoid them for the longest time, until one day a man laid down behind him and another one came up behind him and pushed him 20 feet down a hill. Now, remember how I said mild-tempered? Well, apparently he got up and was madder than an angry, raging bull. And he was looking for a rock because he was going to kill them all. Now, they, of course, held him down, and, well, this just made him madder. He was going to go home. He was determined. He was done with Army life. He was not going to be treated this way. So he went back to his quarters, and sadly, he cried himself to sleep that night. He woke up the next day ashamed and embarrassed. But you see, he'd been initiated. He could take it, and he could dish it out, too. He saw many a battle after that. You remember William I told you about that joined with him? Well, he bunked with him. They went to battle with each other. They were best friends from childhood. One day on the battlefield, William got hit in the leg with a bullet, and as Louie was trying to help him get off the field, the next bullet killed William. And I know that this still haunts Louie to this day. Louie had lots of close calls during the war. He got injured himself at one point. He was also a starving prisoner for a tad bit, until a black man hid him until he could escape. Wow. He pushed himself for 56 miles to get back to Union lines. He arrived back at camp barefoot, bareheaded, and barely any clothes. Because you see the briars, they'd torn at his clothes on all that long journey back. I can't even imagine how he made it through that. But at last the war was over, and he got his discharge papers. He came back to New Albany by train, paid quite the pretty little penny for a nice Sunday suit of civilian clothing. And being the good boy that he was, he went home to his loving mother. Now you remember how I told you that he was one of their main mother's main support. He had lovingly sent home part of his pay the entire time that he was at the war because he knew she needed it. Well, she surprised him. She had saved every penny of it, and now he had a nest egg of $375. Wow. After over 1,000 miles and dodging enemy fire for almost 100 days, he was finally home safe at last with his mama. Speaking of mothers,
I really wish that mine could be here with us tonight to celebrate this wonderful, joyous evening. She's missed so many moments in my life. Some good, some bad. See, she died when I was 19. She missed my wedding day. She missed the births of my babies. Two of my boys are in heaven with her now, and I guess that comforts me some. My Joseph, he was Mary's twin. We lost him on the very first day. My Charles, well, I was blessed to be able to keep him for 7 days. But I'm also blessed to have kept two of my beautiful children. This is my Mary. She likes to be called Mamie. She has been by my side throughout all these adventures, building our new home here in Silver Grove. Oh, I don't know what I'd do without you. I love you. My other son, Clell, from McClellan. Oh, he's a joy. He works side by side with his father, building the family business for the future. And now, the future looks bright. We're going to build our homes here for our families and create a community here in Silver Grove, one that would make everyone proud to call home. I am truly honored to be your First Lady of Silver Grove, and I am very proud to call each and every one of you my friends. Thank you for coming this evening.